What is up, y'all? Hope the day is good, your night, whatever it is. So I wanted to talk about something. I have a dear friend who sent me this post. It's a quick post, but it kind of leans on something that I was already thinking about making a video, and it's just perfect. It just goes in perfect together. But it says, the proof that God has blessed you is not the cars, house, etc. that you have. It's the Spirit of Christ in you. I'm like, yeah, that's powerful. And that's true. That is so true, because you know what else I've been thinking about? I'd also been thinking about heaven, and how, you know, some people are just, all they can talk about is like the things that they'll do in heaven and how awesome it'll be to just do whatever you want, and there's no repercussions and anything like that. But I would almost rally to say carefully that if you thought that way, you might not be the one who's actually going to be in heaven. Because I realized that heaven is not about the things you get to do and how perfect it is. Heaven is about being in the ever-dwelling presence of God, in the ever-dwelling Spirit of Christ, always being there in His presence. And as I've actually grown a relationship and not been a lukewarm Christian anymore, I've realized that that is the real blessing. The real blessing is God's presence, which some people probably don't even understand. Like, what do you mean God's presence? There's a presence that God has that is different from anything else that you feel. And that's where people would like describe like the peace that surpasses understanding, the joy down in my heart, you know, all that stuff. And that's provided by the presence of God. It's hard to explain if you don't know it. But I think that is the true blessing of heaven, is to never be separated from that awesome, joyful, magnificent presence. That's actually all that matters there. I mean, I would imagine that you still get to do things, but I would imagine that all of that stuff doesn't even matter once you're there, because you're just dwelling in the house of the Lord forever. And it's just awesome. It's just peaceful. It has nothing to do with hanging out on the beach. Ooh, yeah, I get to go hang out on the beach and all that. I don't think it has anything to do with that. And, you know, back to that post, the proof that God has blessed you is not the things that you have, it's the Spirit of Christ in you. And that's a really big thing to ponder, because I think there's so many of us out here. We're blessed. We're definitely God's people, because we're so blessed. We got a home over our head. We got all of these things. We're just blessed. I ain't even worried about it, you know. If God wasn't happy with me, I would be punished. And I don't think that's it. I think it's exactly what the post says. The proof that God has blessed you is not the things that you have, but it's the Spirit of Christ in you. Because it's pretty obvious if you look at the headlines, you look at the megas of the world, you see that these people, they got everything. They definitely aren't blessed in God's eyes. They may be getting blessed by somebody, but it's not God, and it's not going to last forever. And so, yeah, I think we should be people who move towards wanting to be in heaven, not because of the things we get to do or how awesome it is or how we get to hang out on the beach for 24 hours a day. I think we should try to grow into the type of people who we strive to be in heaven because we get to be in his presence forever. And that is what we're striving for. It's not the things that we get to do and all the awesomeness of heaven. That's just an added bonus. I think if we can set our eyes in that way, it'll help us a lot. It'll grow us a lot. But hope y'all have a blessed night, day, wherever you are. Love you.